you've taken that idea and you've productized it, so to speak, in the PhaseZero service. And I have experience on the client end of working with MasterBorn for PhaseZero. Can you talk about PhaseZero and why you would recommend that any client, whether they're a founder with just an idea to someone that's already built a product and is wondering where to go with it, why does PhaseZero apply in either of those situations?
Absolutely. So in MasterBorn, we've described it as a service business. It is a service business, but in some ways it does kind of evolve into a product company. And we essentially have two offerings. We have a PhaseZero, which is a 4 to 12 week process of clarifying an idea for a client, creating a clickable prototype, creating user stories, having a near, letting a client and their potential users experience the product, see the vision in real life, and that's really important for us. So we consider that the only way to start a successful software build. That's one of the products that we offer. The other one being really the execution focus, the full squad. This is the product owner, the designer, the front end developers, the DevOps, the back end, the QA, the Scrum Master. That's the full squad, and that's the core of what we do. But the PhaseZero is really the other offering, and that's a filter for us. Like, that's a filter to find the right clients, to make sure that they are willing to invest the time and the thought into building a successful product. And often the result, this is an example of how we're not so attached to forcing a client into a software build. For example, in your experience, when you had an idea of a software product that you wanted to bring to market, really the outcome of the PhaseZero was a decision not to pursue the idea further. So we see the PhaseZero as an instrument to help our clients be more efficient with their resources. Had you been less experienced with building software and you had a great idea, possibly your self-belief and possibly your funding sources might have allowed you to just start building the idea.
Right.
We don't want to do that with our clients. We don't want to be in a position where the client is trying to solve a product market fit with software. Software is rarely, if ever, going to solve the product market fit problem. And so we just decide we want to solve for that earlier in the process before we involve the rest of the team. And frankly, as a manager of a team, it goes back to stability again for the company. So for our team, we learned this 4 years ago in some of the first projects we did. Engaging developers in a not fully baked idea it's not fun for anyone. It's not fun for the client. It's not fun for the managers of the team, and it's definitely not fun for the people actually doing the work. There's very few developers that operate in that hyper uncertain environment and can kind of read the mind and build what's those are very rare instances. And I don't, if you're going to do this multiple times, I don't ever advise anyone to hope that the developer can do the design, the DevOps, and the front and back end all at once. So those are the two products that we offer, and the PhaseZero is like I said, but the efficiency is really important. And often the result of a PhaseZero, whether it's a solo entrepreneur, someone who's raised a seed round, or a letter round, or even a large developed company, I highly recommend the PhaseZero process before you start any kind of software development, just because you might get the answer. And we're not afraid for the answer of the PhaseZero, like in your case, to be that maybe this isn't the idea that I want to pursue right now. It might not be worth building software to support this value proposition.